Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm giving a breakdown of 7 days to building a successful land flipping business. And this is something I'm gonna break down each day. One thing I see a lot of people who are just getting started in this business is they waste time on the wrong stuff and they're not sending marketing out till day 21 or day 28. In this video, I'm gonna make this very simple. I'm gonna break down each day, day number 1 through day number 7, in building a successful land flipping business. Let's get to it. All right, starting off, guys, got my nice timeline here. Starting off, we have day number 1, and what you are gonna do in day number 1 is choose marketing strategy. All right, so that is day number 1. Don't overthink it. Day number 1, you are choosing a marketing strategy. So let's break down exactly what that looks like. So what is a marketing strategy? We really have 3 that we talk about. We have texting, we have cold calling, and we have mail. These are the 3 marketing strategies we've had a ton of success with. Really, a lot of people, students, everything like that. One of these strategies will work and fit for you. When thinking about a strategy, guys, it's really, really important. There's 2 things. Whenever I have a coaching call, someone who just got started in this business or they're looking to get started in this business, and we're talking about this step, there's 2 things that go into it. How much money do you have and how much time do you have available? Some people have all the money in the world to invest in this business, or a couple $100,000 to invest in this business. Don't worry, that's not what you need. But those people, a lot of times, they're extremely busy. They have 30 minutes a day. So those are the 2 things we need to talk about when choosing a marketing strategy. And by the end of day 1, you really want to know what marketing strategy you're going to use. All right, so like I said, time and money. Those are the 2 things. So we're going to put time over there, and we're going to put money on this right side. Let's just do a dollar sign here. So money on this right side, let's erase that, and we're just put money, okay? And we're going to have an arrow. So as we go higher, it's going to be more time and more money. First, let's start with the most time-consuming part of this business, the most time-consuming marketing strategy. Without a doubt, it is cold calling. So if you're calling people, you're picking up the phone, you're calling 100 people a day, how long does it take you to reach out to 100 people? It takes a long time. It's kind of most of the day. Okay, so that is by far the most timely marketing strategy. Number 2 is texting. Texting, what makes it timely, so yeah, there's a lot of automations within it. What makes texting timely, though, is you get a lot of responses. You get a lot of what we call tire kickers. People, when you text them, they act like they're interested, or they're just responding and taking up time. They're making you review their land. You might think there's a deal there, and there's not really a deal there. A lot goes into that. There's a lot of lead management with texting. And then the least time of these marketing strategies is direct mail. For direct mail, you're going to get, it matters what kind of mail you're doing, you're going to get anywhere between like a 1 to 5% response rate versus texting might be a 10 to 15% response rate. Going on money, and it actually is an inverse, honestly, guys. So you can guess what it's going to be. By far the most expensive in terms of marketing that we're talking about is direct mail. It can cost anywhere from 60 cents a mailer, or if you do handwritten stuff on LandPortal, it can be pushing $2 per mailer. But like I said, the time, this is great for people who have solid 9 to 5 jobs. They're making good money. They don't have a ton of time to put into land flipping. This is a business you can do with a full-time job, but you want to choose a marketing strategy that takes a little less time. In the middle, money-wise, is texting, and then at the bottom is cold calling. Cold calling is not expensive. You need a cell phone, you need to get some data, everything like that, but it's not an expensive thing. Texting is right in between. Like, you're gonna have a software. You're not texting from your phone out to 1,000 people. You're going to use some kind of texting software, which can be a couple $100s per month. But this is what you need to think about, guys. If you have capital, if you have $5,000, $6,000, you don't have a lot of time, mail is gonna be really solid. If you don't have much money, but you have some time, you have a lot of time, getting some data, cold calling some people is a really good strategy. Then everything in between is texting. Texting is what a lot of people start with. I think more people personally should start with direct mail, but a lot of people start with this texting, and me circling this does not mean you need to do texting. Me circling this is just like, this is a very common starting point. But that being said, think about the difference in these in terms of the time and money. How much money do you have? How much time do you have to put to this business? That's day number one. By day number one, you should be like, cold calling's for me, texting's for me, direct mail's for me. Choose one of the strategies and let's move forward to day number two. All right, going to day number two, guys. Day number one, you chose texting, you chose cold calling, you chose direct mail. We have that decision made. We don't need to go backwards. Going to day number two, we're gonna actually choose a market. So we're gonna choose a county. Let's call it a county. So you're gonna choose a county. All right, so we know how we're gonna reach out to people, and now we're choosing where are we going to reach out to people. So what does choosing a county look like when you're first getting started? And if you guys are more experience in this business and watching this video, this can help consolidate your business, just simplify it. I see a lot of businesses that are just overcomplicated. They're doing 10 different marketing strategies and they're overlapping a lot of them. I love that if it's organized and effective, but some people are just throwing too much at the wall. They're doing too much, and this is gonna be a good video to help simplify your business, I hope. All right, so choosing a county. Day number two, we are talking about choosing a county. So what should we be doing when we're choosing a county? I want to really make this simple. We've done a lot of videos on choosing a county. What you want to do is start by a nearby city to you. If you're near Charlotte, choose Charlotte. If you're near Atlanta, choose Atlanta. If you're near Cincinnati, choose Atlanta. And what you're going to do, you're going to get a cluster of 7 to 10 counties. Okay, so 7 to 10 counties outside that city. And what you're gonna do, you're gonna run some county selections, some market selections on it. And what that looks like is days on market, and you can use LandPortal Market Research for this. I'll link it in the description below. LandPortal is a really good software for choosing markets. So days on market are gonna be between 30 to 100 days. We also wanna make sure it's 2 to 3 counties, outside the city. Okay, so these are really the only criteria I really worry about. You can look at other things. You can look at sell-through rate. You can look at absorption rate, all these other things. But what I really want is days on market being in this range and you to be at least 90 minutes, 120 minutes outside of the main city. What this does is it provides more need for our services in terms of buying land. There's less realtors when we're 90 minutes away from a big city, but this is as simple as I want it to be. So from this, you're gonna have 7 to 10 counties. You're gonna look in that area. You're gonna look in that area and you're gonna be like, okay, these are the counties that are 2 to 3 counties removed from the city. These are the counties with 30 to 100 days on market. You might have multiple that fits a criteria, and we can get into choosing. There's more in-depth things you can definitely do to choose a county, but this is gonna take you 60 minutes. In this video, 7-day video, I want all these days to be no more than 60, 90 minutes. This is something you should be able to do relatively quickly, but by the end of day two, you're like, okay, I chose Adams County, Adams, Ohio. And like we don't wanna go back. That's the biggest thing with doing this 7 days, building a land flipping business in 7 days, is we don't want to go backwards. We don't want to like get to day number 3 and then second guess it. We are Adams, Ohio for this example, and we're moving forward to day number 3. All right, moving on to day number 3. So we chose our strategy, we chose our county. Now what we're doing, we need to pull the data. And the strategy, the county, it doesn't matter for this day. So what we're going to do on day number 3 is pull data and scrub. All right. So we use LandPortal to get all of our data, landportal.com. You can get a lot of data on there. So many good filters, which I love. So let's just go pull data. Let's actually fix this and let's actually talk about the filters. Like, what should you be filtering? All right. So let's try to get at least 1,500 records. So this is our target, is 1,500 data points, all right? But what filters do we actually use on LandPortal, okay? So number 1 is acreage. To start, let's just do 2 to 10 acres. 2 to 10 acres. So this is what you're gonna be doing on LandPortal. And what I want you to do is if you don't get up to that 1,500 record spot, let's just spread out our acreage a little bit. Let's go 2 to 20. If you get too many records, go 2 to 8, something like that. But we wanna aim for this, all right? What we're gonna do is wetlands, Actually, let's do landlocked. So these are all filters on LandPortal, and you can get rid of bad properties. That's the best thing about what you can do on LandPortal is you're going to be filtering out bad land essentially. So you're going to do landlocked, and I'm literally writing out what the filters look like on there. Landlocked, and you're going to put no. That's basically saying I want my property to have road frontage. We're going to do wetlands, and then we're going to put 50% in there. And you're going to type that in there. You're going to do floodplain. I'm trying to make this as simple as possible so you guys can go in there, choose your county, and we're getting through day number 3 relatively fast. This is a day that I think it should take 40 minutes, honestly. So it's not landlocked, no greater than 50% wetlands, no greater than 50% floodplain. Then finally, buildability percent, and you're going to put in, let's put 20, okay? So these are the filters you want to put in, and what you're going to get is you're going to get your list down to only good land. When we first started doing this business, before there were filters like this, anything like this, like 60% of our land would be bad land. With these filters we just discussed, we're getting rid of bad land. You're going to be only targeting good land. And again, it doesn't matter your marketing strategy. You're going to be doing this step, whether you're texting, you're cold calling, or you're sending direct mail. We need to get a list of property owners. By the end of day 3, you should have a list of property owners with all good land. You're going to be able to get rid of duplicates, everything like that. And like I said, day 3, getting that data ready. We're going to send that marketing out soon, but let's get rolling to day 4. All right, so going on to day number 4. So let's just recap where we are right now. Number 1, choose a marketing strategy, texting, cold calling, or direct mail. Number 2, choosing a county. And number 3, pulling data and scrubbing. And LandPortal is something you will be using for day number 2 and day number 3. Like I said before, it's landportal.com. That software helps us pull lists, do market research, a lot of things. It's a software that really does all parts of your business and is really, really helpful. Like I said, going on to day number 4, what we were doing in day number 4, it's all about templates. All right, what does that mean? Let's talk about that. So what does templates mean? What we're doing in day number 4 is whatever marketing strategy we are using, we have some kind of template. If you're cold calling, what is a template for cold calling? It's a script. What am I going to say when I'm calling these sellers? So you want that done in day number 4. If you're sending direct mail, what does that direct mail template look like? Is it a blind offer saying, I'd like to buy your land for $20,000? Is it a neutral letter with like, I'm looking in Adams County, Ohio, and I see you have some land and I'd like to make you an offer price? What does that template look like? We've talked a lot about these in the past. We have some resources that you can use as well that I can link in the description below. But by the end of day number 4, you're like, okay, if I'm cold calling, I'm going to have my script done. I'm going to be ready to make these cold calls. If I'm doing direct mail, this is the letter I'm using. I'm using this letter for this list. And if it's texting, it's like, okay, this is my template. This is what I'm sending to people. So you need to have the decision made by the end of day 4 on what your script is, what your letter is, or what your texting template is essentially is going to be. And again, you want to, as you're getting farther and you become more experienced in land investing, you want to A/B test things. This letter does really good in some areas. This text message does really well some things, but you want to test out this text message versus this text message versus this text message. Same thing with cold calling. If you call 100 people, maybe the first 50 people you call them, you're like, hey, mister, do you own this land in X county? And then the next 50, you're like, hey, my name's Ron. You give them more of a background on who you are. I'm Ron. I invest in local land. So you want to test different templates and different scripts. So by the end of day number 4, guys, let's not move on to day number 5 until you have those templates. All right. And again, this should be a 60-minute, 90-minute thing max. We're trying to get you to having a successful land flipping business in just 7 days. All right, let's move on to day number 5. Day number 5 is when the exciting stuff really starts to happen. Day number 5, we are send marketing. And it really doesn't matter if you are doing texting, if you're doing cold calling, if you're doing direct mail. You are getting your marketing out. If you're doing cold calling, that means you have a lot of time. So you're starting to pick up the phone, you're starting to dial, you're trying to get some leads, some sellers that are interested in selling their land under market value. If you're doing texting, let's hit that send button. You have the template ready, everything's ready then. You wanna get that texting out. If you're doing direct mail, order your mail and let's get that out the door. The key thing with this, so up to this point, all the marketing strategies are pretty similar in terms of the steps. The one key thing, guys, if you are doing texting or if you're doing cold calling, your leads, you're gonna have leads immediately, essentially. If you call someone up, your first phone call, and they're interested in selling, you have leads. Direct mail has a natural delay. It takes 2 weeks to get to their doorstep, something like that. But you will be working leads relatively fast. But let's get on to day number 6, guys. And we're gonna get a little repetitive here. So day number 6, believe it or not, day number 6 is county selection. And I wanted to put this on here. I could have done other stuff, working leads, talking to leads. But again, for mail, that might not be till day 20, day 12, day 18, something like that. I wanted to do county selection because what I see from a lot of new land investors is they get momentum from the start. They do really well, days 1 through 5. Maybe it takes them 8, 9 days. They do really, really well. They get their marketing out. And then they're working leads, they're talking to leads. They never get their second marketing out because they have the excuse that they're working on something else. So that's why I put county selection number 2. And what we're gonna actually do for, let's just call it second county selection. We are looking for 10 counties. We're not just looking for our next county. We wanna get, let's do 10 counties. We're looking for 10 counties that you like, okay? And the reason being is what we're going to talk about is actually scheduling out this marketing so you don't always think about county selection. One of the biggest issues people have is they don't always have their next county, their next market ready. But I want you to do with second county selection, we are going to be looking for 10 counties, not that you like, not that you look, 10 counties that you like. Okay, and we're gonna have these counties ready. We're aiming for anywhere from 20 to 30K data points. All right, we wanna get a much higher volume of data ready, essentially. And that leads us to day number 7. Finally, day number 7. A lot has happened in these first 6 days. Let's take a look at day number 7. All right, day number 7. We talked in day number 6 about county selection number 2. Day number 7 is a marketing calendar. And this is going to be, you want to have marketing ready, essentially scheduled out calendar for the next 12 weeks. So let's say your goal is, and what you want to start with is like, what is my marketing goal? Okay. And it's a little different if you're doing cold calling. So let's talk a little bit about texting and direct mail. But your goal, like let's say 2,000 per week. Okay. So let's just start there. So times 12, and that's 24,000. 24,000 over a 12-week period. All right, so what you need to do essentially is you need to schedule this out, and you have all these counties, you have these 10 counties. So what it's gonna look like, let's say, just say you do it every Monday. You send marketing every Monday, and you're gonna put on a calendar every Monday. You're gonna be like, okay, first Monday, I'm gonna be sending to Adams County, Adams, Ohio, 2 to 10. All right, second Monday, whatever that date is, I'm gonna be doing Rowan, North Carolina, 2 to 10. And you're literally putting on your calendar. I love Monday. It's a really, really good way to start your week, is getting out marketing, whether it's texting, direct mail, however you are marketing. It's a really good way to start your week where like, I tell a lot of people this when I'm talking to them, if they struggle to get marketing out, I tell them, don't do anything in the week until you get your marketing out. And one of our coaches, Derek, says that all the time, is like, he does it for his business. He's like, Monday, I'm not allowed to do anything else until my marketing is out that week. And it keeps you on a strict schedule. And one of the biggest reasons, guys, we are so big on marketing calendars is because if you, let's just say you skip a week. All right, so let's say our goal is 24,000 over that 12-week period, and you skip a week. Okay, so then that's minus 2,000. All right. Let's say you get a deal every 2,000 mailers or something like that. Like that's 11 deals versus 12 deals. And what this does over a year period, 2 year period, if you start skipping mailers, like maybe you skipped 3 and you only got 18,000 out, and you're getting 9 deals here instead of 12 deals. That's when it really snowballs in your business. It can really affect the amount of money you are bringing in. The people who are the most successful in this business, without a doubt, have consistent marketing, and they are scheduled out for months ahead of time, so they're not always thinking about county selection. Let's finally just recap what we went through today. I know it's a lot of material. If you guys like this video, hit the like button, subscribe, leave me a comment like, Ron, you missed this, you're completely off with this, whatever it is. Leave me a comment below, let me know your thoughts. Day number 1, choosing a marketing strategy, texting, cold call, direct mail. Day 2, choosing a county. Day 3, we're pooling data and we're scrubbing it within LandPortal. Day 4, you're getting your templates, whether it's a cold calling script, texting scripts or texting templates, or direct mail templates, letter templates, you're doing that. Day 5, get your marketing out, start reaching out to potential sellers. Day 6, county selection number 2, let's aim for 10 counties on that. And then finally, day 7, schedule your marketing out for the next 12 weeks. Like I just said before, guys, if you guys enjoyed this video, please subscribe. If you have suggestions for future videos, let me know. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks, everybody.